The endless stars shone brightly in the dark, quiet space. A human warship named Horizon moved slowly but steadily through the vast emptiness. The ship was a symbol of human courage, built by the best minds on Earth and armed with strong weapons. Captain Sarah Khan stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars. Her face was calm, but inside, she knew danger might be close. The Horizon had been sent to explore a part of space that no human had ever visited. They were on a peaceful mission to find new planets and learn about unknown life. But something felt wrong. Their ship's sensors had detected an unusual energy signal nearby, a signal no human technology had ever seen before. Suddenly, the ship's alarm rang loud and clear. The crew jumped to their stations. The big screen in front of Captain Sarah lit up with a strange shape approaching fast, an alien warship. The ship was huge, dark, and covered in sharp spikes. It looked like something from a nightmare. "This is Captain Sarah Khan," she said calmly into the radio. "Identify yourself. State your intentions." The alien ship did not reply at once. Instead, it sent out a powerful tractor beam that grabbed the Horizon tightly. The human ship tried to break free, but the alien technology was too strong. The Horizon was caught. The alien ship sent a message, but this time in words humans could understand. The voice was cold, rough, and full of power. "You humans are brave to come here, but you do not understand what you face. We are the Xyloxians, guardians of this part of space. We have a test for you, a test that few have survived." "Captain." Sarah narrowed her eyes. She did not like threats, but she knew they had to be careful. The crew gathered around the main screen, watching as the Xyloxian ship opened a big hatch from inside. The Xyloxians brought out a small, shining container. It looked ordinary at first, but inside was a dark, glowing liquid. The human sensors immediately warned them. This liquid was dangerous, more dangerous than anything humans had ever found. "This is the most dangerous drink in the universe," the Xyloxian commander said. His voice was deep and serious. "It can destroy a person from the inside out. No one has dared to drink it. Until now, no one has faced its power." Captain Sarah stared at the container. She could see the glow flickering like a living thing. The drink was not just liquid. It was a challenge. A challenge to humans' courage, their limits, and their will to survive. "Why do you offer this to us?" Sarah asked. "What do you want?" The Xyloxian commander smiled, but it was not a happy smile. "We want to see if humans are worthy. If you can drink this and survive, you will be respected across the stars. If you refuse, you will be seen as weak and unworthy." The room was silent. No one moved. The crew knew this was a dangerous moment. Accepting the drink could mean death. Refusing it could mean humiliation, or worse. Captain Sarah took a deep breath. She looked at her crew, brave men and women who trusted her. "Prepare a small team," she ordered. "We will study the drink carefully before deciding." Her science officer, Dr. Amir Qureshi, stepped forward. "Captain, this liquid has a strange energy signature. It is unstable and reactive. If we analyze it, maybe we can learn its secrets." Sarah nodded. "Good. Do it quickly and carefully. We cannot waste time." As the scientists worked, the Xyloxians watched closely. They were curious about the humans' reaction. No one had ever refused their offer before. Meanwhile, tensions on the Horizon grew. Some crew members felt fear, others felt anger. But all knew they had to stay calm and smart. Captain Sarah thought about the stories she had heard about the Xyloxians. They were a proud and powerful race. They ruled this part of space and tested every new visitor. But no one had ever accepted the dangerous drink before. No one had ever surprised them. The humans were about to do just that. Suddenly, an alert sounded. The drink's container was reacting. The liquid inside glowed brighter and started to pulse. Dr. Amir and his team stared in awe. This energy. It's like it's alive, Amir said, his voice low. This drink is not just a liquid. It has power inside that we don't understand yet. Sarah looked at the glowing container. Could it be a weapon? Maybe, Amir answered. Or maybe it's a test, something that challenges a person's mind and body. The hours passed slowly as the Horizons team studied the drink. They took samples, ran tests, and checked for any signs of danger. The Xyloxians waited patiently, their faces unreadable. Finally, Captain Sarah made a decision. We will not drink it, she said firmly, but we will learn from it. This drink may be dangerous, but humans are stronger than what it seems. She turned to the Xyloxian commander. We accept your test, but not in the way you expect. We want to understand this drink's power, not be destroyed by it. The Xyloxian commander raised an eyebrow. Interesting. No one has ever refused the drink before. You humans are different. Sarah smiled slightly. We have to be. Our survival depends on it. Suddenly, the Xyloxian's ship changed its tone. Instead of threats, there was respect. Very well, humans. Show us what you can do. The Horizons crew prepared for what would come next. They knew the road ahead would be hard. The dangerous offer was only the beginning of a test that could change everything. As the stars shined outside, Captain Sarah stood tall. She was ready. The most dangerous drink in the universe was not going to break her or her crew. It was time to show the Xyloxians and the whole universe that humans were stronger than anyone thought. The vast darkness of space seemed calm again. The Horizon, the human warship, floated quietly next to the Xyloxian ship. The strange glowing container, the most dangerous drink in the universe, still sat safely locked in the human science lab. Everyone on the Horizon was on edge. What would happen next? Captain Sarah Khan stood at the bridge, deep in thought. She knew the Xyloxians were waiting for their reaction, but she also knew humans were not like any other species the Xyloxians had met before. Humans never gave up easily. They fought smart, they thought fast, and they surprised their enemies. Captain, the science team has made progress. Dr. Amir Qureshi's voice broke the silence. He stood beside Sarah, his eyes shining with excitement. The drink's energy is like nothing we have seen. It changes when we expose it to different frequencies. Sarah nodded. Good. What's your plan? We need to understand this drink more. Not just the energy, but how it affects living things. If we know that, maybe we can control it, Amir said. Sarah looked at the Xyloxian commander through the viewscreen. His face was serious, watching her every move. Sarah spoke into the communicator. Commander Vrak, we want to be clear. We will not drink your drink blindly, but we want to learn its secrets. We want to understand its power. There was a pause. Then Vrak replied, Very well, Captain. But know this time is short. Your courage will be tested soon. If you fail, your ship will be destroyed. Sarah didn't flinch. We accept your test, but on our terms. The crew in the science lab worked tirelessly. They built machines that could send waves into the drink, hoping to unlock its mysteries. The glow inside the container pulsed like a heartbeat. Sometimes it seemed almost alive. Captain, Amir said, the drink is reacting to our machines. It's as if it's trying to communicate. Sarah raised her eyebrow. Communicate? How can a drink communicate? Amir smiled. I don't know yet, but I will find out. Meanwhile, the Xyloxian ship prepared for something. Strange signals were sent from their ship to the Horizon. The humans did not understand the language, but the feeling was clear. It was a warning. Sarah gathered her officers. This is not just a test of strength. It's a test of mind and spirit. Lieutenant James, the ship's security chief, looked worried. Captain, what if this drink can control people? What if it's a weapon designed to make us weak? Sarah shook her head. That's why we are studying it, James. We won't let it control us. Days passed. The Horizon's crew worked in shifts. They collected data, ran experiments, and watched the drink carefully. Every new finding was sent to Captain Sarah. One evening, Sarah was alone on the bridge. She looked at the stars and thought about Earth, her home. She remembered stories of human explorers who faced danger with bravery. Now she was living that story. Suddenly, the alarm sounded. "Captain, incoming transmission from Xyloxian Command," Lieutenant James reported. Sarah opened the channel. Commander Vrak appeared on the screen, his face colder than before. "Captain Sarah," he said, "your studies have taken too long. Time is over. Now you must face the test. Drink the liquid or face destruction." Sarah's heart beat faster, but her voice was steady. "We will not drink blindly. Instead, we offer you a challenge." "A challenge?" Vrak asked, surprised. Double quotes, "Yes. We want to use your dangerous drink in a different way. Not to harm ourselves, but to understand it fully. If we succeed, we prove our worth without risking death." There was silence. Then Vrak laughed a deep, rough laugh. "You humans are foolish and brave. Very well. Show me what you can do." Sarah nodded. "We will." She turned to Amir. "Start the new phase of testing. Use all your tools, find the hidden power." Amir and his team worked with new energy. They combined their machines, sending waves, light, and heat into the drink. The container glowed brighter, shaking slightly. Suddenly, the ship trembled. The horizon's shields flickered for a moment. "Status report." Sarah shouted. Lieutenant James answered, "No attack detected. But energy levels from the drink are rising." Amir smiled. "The drink is releasing energy. It's like a sleeping giant waking up." Sarah looked at the Xyloxian ship on the screen. Its crew watched silently. Hours later, Amir made a discovery. "Captain, the drink contains a special energy source. It's not just dangerous, it's powerful beyond imagination." Sarah asked, "Can we control it?" Amir nodded slowly. "Maybe, but we need to be careful. One wrong step could destroy us." Sarah thought hard. "We will take the risk. Humans have always faced dangers. This is no different." She turned to the crew, her voice strong. "We are not just survivors. We are explorers, fighters, and learners. This drink is a test, and we will pass." Suddenly, the ship shook violently. The horizon's alarms blared. "Attack! Attack!" James shouted. From the view screen, dozens of small ships appeared. They were Xyloxian fighters, closing in fast. "Sabotage!" Sarah shouted. "They are attacking us." The crew scrambled to battle stations. Lasers fired, shields flared, and the horizon fought back. Amir shouted from the lab, "Captain, the drink's energy is ready. If we use it now, it could help us." Sarah made a quick decision. "Do it," the scientists released the drink's energy into the ship's core. A bright light spread through the horizon. The ship's power increased instantly. The fighters' attack started to fail. The horizon moved faster, fired stronger, and shielded better. Sarah smiled. "We are stronger than they think." The Xyloxian commander's face appeared on the screen. Again, his eyes showed respect. "You humans, you surprise me. Maybe you are worthy after all." Sarah replied, "We will prove it." The battle ended quickly. The Xyloxian fighters retreated. The horizon was safe, but the war was only beginning. Sarah looked at the glowing container. It was still alive with power. She knew the drink was more than just a test, it was a key. A key to something bigger. Something that could change the future of humans and aliens alike. As the horizon sailed into the unknown, Captain Sarah and her crew prepared for the next challenge. The universe was watching, and humans were ready to shock everyone. The horizon's engines hummed steadily as the ship floated silently in space. The battle with the Xyloxian fighters had left the crew tired but victorious. Yet no one was celebrating. Instead, all eyes were on the glowing container, the dangerous Drink that held a secret no one had guessed before. Captain Sarah Khan stood in the science lab, watching Dr. Amir Qureshi and his team work carefully. The room was filled with machines, lights, and quiet whispers. The glowing drink pulsed gently. In its container, almost like it was breathing, Amir looked up from his instruments. "Captain, we found something incredible. The energy inside this drink isn't just dangerous, it's alive. It reacts to us like a living being." Sarah frowned. "Alive? How is that possible?" Amir smiled slightly. "It's a form of energy we've never seen. It changes with our thoughts, emotions, even our presence." Sarah raised an eyebrow. "Are you saying the drink responds to us?" "Yes," Amir said. "It's almost as if it wants us to understand it, to work with it." The crew gathered. Around, their faces a mix of fear and hope. If this energy could be controlled, humans might gain a power beyond anything the universe had ever seen. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The drink's glow intensified, casting strange shadows on the walls. "Captain, look." Amir pointed at the container. "The energy is forming patterns. It's trying to communicate." Sarah stepped closer. The patterns looked like symbols, but not from any language known to humans. Lieutenant James, watching quietly, whispered, "Could it be a code?" Amir nodded. "Possibly. We need to decode it quickly." Hours turned into days as the science team worked nonstop. They built new machines, combined data, and tried different methods to understand the drink's language. Captain Sarah kept the crew calm. "We face an unknown force, but humans have faced worse. We will learn this energy's secrets." Meanwhile, the Zaloxian ship hovered nearby, silent and watchful. The Zaloxian commander, Vrak, had sent a message. "Captain Sarah, your time is running out. Understand this. This drink is not a gift. It is a weapon, and if you misuse it, you will be destroyed." Sarah replied calmly, "We respect your warning, Commander. But humans will not be destroyed so easily." Back on the horizon, Amir's team made a breakthrough. The energy patterns were indeed a form of language. They were a map leading to something hidden deep in space. "This drink is a key," Amir explained to Sarah. "A key to a hidden power source, lost for centuries. If we find it, humans will be stronger than ever." Sarah felt a thrill. "Then we must follow the map." The ship's navigator quickly plotted a course based on the drink's patterns. It led them to a dark, forgotten corner of the galaxy. As the horizon moved closer, strange things began to happen. The ship's instruments showed unusual readings. Shadows seemed to move where there was no light. The crew whispered of ghosts in space. One night, Sarah stood alone on the bridge. She looked at the stars and wondered what awaited them. Suddenly, the ship's alarms rang out sharply. "Captain, something's approaching fast." James shouted. On the view screen, a massive energy storm swirled. It was a nebula unlike any other, bright, dangerous, and alive. Amir studied the storm. "This is it, the place the drink's map was pointing to." "The source of its power," Sarah nodded. "Prepare the ship." We enter the storm. The horizon sailed into the glowing clouds. The storm was violent. Lightning flashed through space. The ship rocked and shook. "Shields holding at 70%, James reported. "We must move carefully." Inside the storm, the energy from the drink grew stronger. It pulsed in Sarah's mind, sending images, visions of power, of creation, and of destruction. Suddenly, the ship's systems went dark. Everything shut down. The crew held their breath. After moments of silence, the systems slowly returned. But something was different. The drink's glow now filled the entire lab. It had spread, touching every corner of the ship. Amir stared in awe. "The energy has connected with the ship. It's alive here now." Sarah felt a strange warmth inside her chest. "Is it safe?" Amir smiled. "More than safe, it's giving us strength." Over the next days, the crew learned to control the energy. It boosted their speed, their shields, and their weapons. James grinned. Captain, this is like nothing we've ever had before. We could take on any fleet now. Sarah laughed softly. It's more than weapons. It's a new hope for humanity. But not everyone was happy. On the Xyloxian ship, Commander Vrak watched the horizon with growing concern. They have found the hidden power, he said. Humans are becoming dangerous. Back on the horizon, Sarah held a meeting with her top officers. We have a choice. She said, we can use this power to protect ourselves and others, or it can destroy us if we lose control. Amir nodded. The energy is alive and strong, but it listens to our will. We must be careful. Sarah looked at each officer. We are humans. We are fighters. We will use this power wisely. For survival and peace. Suddenly, an urgent alert flashed on the screen. Incoming message from Xyloxian Command. James said. Vrak's face appeared again. Captain Sarah, your time of peace is over. You have taken what was never meant for you. Prepare for war. Sarah's eyes hardened. We did not take it by force, we learned it. And now we defend ourselves. The Horizon's crew braced for the battle to come. But they had a new power, a new hope, the hidden power from the most dangerous drink in the universe. As the Horizon flew through the stars, Captain Sarah knew one thing for sure: humans were no longer the underdogs. They were a force to be reckoned with. The calm in space was just an illusion. Captain Sarah Khan stood on the bridge of the horizon, watching the endless stars. She felt the weight of her decisions pressing down on her. The discovery of the hidden power from the dangerous Urtuk had changed everything. Humans were no longer just explorers. They were a new force in the galaxy. But with power came new threats. Not all enemies came from outside. In the Xyloxian fleet, Commander Vrak paced nervously. His face was hard, but inside he was afraid. The humans' use of the hidden power shocked many Xyloxians. Some saw it as a threat to their rule. The powerful drink was meant to be controlled by the Xyloxian elders only. Humans, in their arrogance, had taken it for themselves. Vrak's own crew was divided. A faction of Xyloxians believed humans should be destroyed before they became too strong. Another faction thought maybe humans could be allies. This split grew dangerous. Back on the horizon, Captain Sarah was unaware of the storm brewing inside the Xyloxian ranks. She focused on her crew and the new energy powering their ship. Suddenly, the ship's sensors beeped loudly. Captain, we have unidentified ships approaching fast. Lieutenant James announced. Sarah looked at the view screen. Several small ships, unfamiliar and aggressive, were closing in rapidly. Enemy fighters? She asked. No, ma'am, James replied. They're Xyloxians, but not the same ones we fought before. These ships have different markings. They belong to a rogue faction. Sarah's eyes narrowed. They don't agree with Commander Vrak? James shook his head. They want to attack us. Sarah's mind raced. Battle stations, prepare to defend. The rogue Xyloxian ships opened fire immediately. Lasers streaked through space toward the horizon. The crew responded quickly. Shields flared and weapons fired back. The horizon moved with new speed and power thanks to the hidden energy inside. But the attackers were fierce. They knew the horizon well and aimed for weak points. In the science lab, Dr. Amir and his team worked on stabilizing the energy flow. Suddenly, the ship shook violently. Damage report. Sarah shouted. Lieutenant James reported. Shields holding at 60%. Hull integrity dropping. Sarah knew they needed a plan fast. Amir, can we use the energy offensively? Amir nodded. Yes, but it's risky. The energy is powerful, but unstable under attack. Sarah made a quick decision. We don't have a choice, do it. The lab released a pulse of the drink's energy. It exploded outwards like a shockwave. The rogue ships staggered, their shields weakening. Good hit. James said. But the rogue Xyloxians were not done. They regrouped and charged again. Suddenly, a transmission came through the Horizon's secure channel. "It's from inside our crew," Sarah realized. "Open it." The message was short but shocking. "You betray the Xyloxian way. You aid the humans. We will end you." Sarah's heart pounded. "A traitor?" James frowned. "Inside the ship?" Sarah nodded. "We must find them before it's too late." The crew launched an internal search. Security teams moved through the ship quietly, watching every shadow. Meanwhile, the rogue Xyloxians pressed their attack. The Horizon's shields flickered dangerously low. In the science lab, Amir looked up. "Captain, the energy is unstable. If we push it too hard, it could destroy the ship." Sarah clenched her fists. "We have to hold on. Find the traitor, and we will win this fight." Suddenly, an explosion rocked the ship. Systems failed in one section. "Sabotage!" James shouted. "Someone blew up the engine room." Sarah's eyes widened. "This is worse than I thought." The Horizon lurched, losing speed. The rogue fighters took advantage, closing in fast. On the bridge, Sarah faced a difficult choice. "We can try to repair, or use the energy to jump out," she said. Amir advised, "Jumping now with unstable energy is dangerous. We could be lost." Sarah nodded. "Then we fight here." Suddenly, security reported they had found the traitor. It was Lieutenant Kiran, one of the trusted officers. Sarah was shocked. "Why, Kiran?" Kiran appeared on the view screen. His face was cold, hard. "I do what's best for Xyloxia," he said. "Humans are a threat. You endanger us all." Sarah's voice was steady but fierce. "We are not enemies. We can work together." "But you betray your own people." Kiran sneered. "I serve the true Xyloxian way. You and your humans will fall." Before Sarah could respond, Kiran tried to shut down the ship's defense systems remotely. James shouted, "Security! Stop him!" The ship's security teams moved quickly. They caught Kiran before he could cause more harm. Sarah breathed deeply. "Good work. We must be alert. There could be more traitors." The rogue fighters renewed their attack. But this time, the Horizon was ready. Amir stabilized the energy flow. The ship's weapons glowed brighter. Sarah ordered, "Fire everything." A massive energy blast erupted from the Horizon, hitting the enemy ships hard. One by one, they fell back or exploded. Bridge erupted in cheers. Sarah smiled. "We survived the betrayal." But deep down, she knew this was only the beginning. The stars held more danger than just enemies outside. Sometimes the greatest betrayal comes from within. As the Horizon repaired its wounds, Captain Sarah looked ahead. The universe was changing. And so were humans. They had power now. But with power came responsibility. And sometimes betrayal. Space stretched endlessly, dark and quiet. But aboard the human warship Horizon, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. The previous fight with the rogue Xyloxians had been fierce, but now an even bigger storm loomed ahead. "Captain." Sarah Khan stood on the bridge, her sharp eyes scanning the stars. The Xyloxian fleet was gathering stronger and larger than any force humans had faced before. Their intent was clear, to crush the Horizon and end humanity's rise. Sarah's heart pounded, but her face showed nothing. "All hands prepare for battle," she ordered calmly. "This is the fight we've trained for." The crew moved quickly, setting weapons, checking shields, and readying every system. The glowing energy from the dangerous drink, now fully integrated into the ship, pulsed softly through the walls. A quiet heartbeat of power. Lieutenant James, the ship's security chief, came to Sarah's side. "Captain, the enemy fleet is massive. Their numbers dwarf ours." Sarah nodded. "Then we will fight smarter, not harder." The Horizon's engines roared to life, faster and stronger than before. The hidden power flowed through the ship, boosting every system. Weapons glowed bright, Shields strengthened, and the ship hummed. With energy from the viewscreen, the Xyloxian fleet appeared, thousands of ships, sleek and deadly, moving with deadly precision. Commander Vrak's face appeared on the main screen, his eyes cold and full of hate. "Sarah Khan," he said, "this is your final chance. Surrender now or be destroyed." Sarah met his gaze steadily. "We will never surrender. Humans fight for survival and for hope," Vrak sneered. "Then prepare to die." With that, the Xyloxian fleet surged forward like a tidal wave. The battle began with a roar. Lasers streaked across space, colliding in brilliant flashes. The Horizon dodged and weaved, firing powerful blasts of energy from its new weapons. In the science lab, Dr. Amir Qureshi monitored the energy flow closely. "Captain, the energy is stable. We can push for full power." Sarah made a quick decision. "Do it. Let's finish this." The ship's energy surged, lights glowing brighter as the dangerous drink's power filled every system. The Horizon became a blazing star of power and light. The Xyloxian fleet faltered, their attacks weakening. But they were not done yet. Suddenly, a group of stealth ships appeared, slipping through the battle unseen. They headed straight for the Horizon's core, the heart of the ship's power. James shouted, "Stealth ships inbound." "They want to destroy our core." Sarah's voice was firm. "Security teams, intercept them at once." The ship's fighters launched, meeting the stealth ships in fierce combat. Explosions lit up the darkness of space. Inside the Horizon, alarms blared. The core's temperature began rising dangerously. "Captain, core overheating," Amir warned. "If it fails, the ship will be lost." Sarah's mind raced. "We need to protect the core and stop the stealth ships, fast." The fighters battled fiercely outside, buying time. But the stealth ships were clever and fast. Sarah knew she had to act. "Amir, can the energy help shield the core?" Amir nodded. "It's risky, but yes." Sarah turned to her crew. "This is our last chance. We use every bit of power we have." The crew worked quickly, channeling the drink's energy to create a powerful shield around the core. The shield flared bright, holding strong against the stealth ship's attacks. The core cooled slowly. Outside, the Horizon's fighters pushed back the enemy ships. One by one, the stealth ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. Sarah felt relief, but she knew the battle was far from over. Suddenly, Vrak's face appeared on the screen again, more furious than ever. "You may have survived this fight, but the war is not over," he growled. "We will return, and next time we will win." Sarah smiled coldly. "Then we will be ready." As the battle ended, the Horizon was battered but alive. The crew cheered quietly, proud of their hard-fought victory. Sarah gathered her officers. "We showed them what humans can do. But we must never be careless. The universe is full of dangers. Our journey is only beginning." Amir nodded. "The energy from the drink is powerful, but it's also a responsibility. We must use it wisely." Sarah looked out at the stars, feeling hope and determination. "We are humans. We adapt, we learn, and we fight. No force in the universe can stop us." The Horizon sailed onward, a shining beacon of human strength and courage. The final battle was won, but the true war for humanity's place in the stars had just begun. The vastness of space stretched endlessly beyond the Horizon's windows. The human warship sailed calmly after the fierce battle, but the atmosphere on board was heavy with tension and questions. Captain Sarah Khan stood quietly on the bridge, thinking deeply. The crew had survived the toughest fight in their history. They had harnessed the mysterious power from the dangerous drink. Yet, many mysteries still surrounded them. Suddenly, the ship's communication system beeped urgently. An incoming message was being received from the Xyloxian flagship. Sarah ordered, "Open the channel." The screen flickered, and Commander Vrak's face appeared. But this time, his eyes held a different expression, one of respect mixed with Something else Sarah could not quite read. "Captain Sarah," Vrak began, "it is time you know the truth." Sarah's heart beat faster. "What truth?" Vrak looked serious. "The drink, the most dangerous drink in the universe, is not just a weapon or a test. It is a key to an ancient secret." The crew gathered around, listening intently. Vrak continued, "Long ago, before the Zaloxians became what they are now, this energy was discovered by a civilization far older and wiser. They created the drink as a way to pass on their knowledge and power, but only to those worthy." Sarah frowned. "Then why did you offer it as a test?" "To find the strongest and the smartest," Vrak explained. "Those who can control the energy without being destroyed. Those who can use it for creation, not destruction." Sarah thought of her crew, of the battles fought, and the energy they had learned to control. "So, humans have passed your test?" Vrak nodded slowly. "Yes, your people have shown courage, wisdom, and strength. We underestimated you." Sarah felt a surge of pride. "What happens now?" Vrak's voice softened. "Now you are part of something greater. An alliance of races who guard the universe's secrets and protect its balance." Sarah looked around at her crew. They had come so far from explorers to warriors to keepers of a powerful legacy. "But there is a warning," Vrak added. "With great power comes great responsibility. Many will want to take this energy for themselves. You must be ready." Sarah's eyes shone with determination. "We will be." As the channel closed, the crew felt a new sense of purpose. The dangerous drink was no longer just a challenge. It was a gift and a burden. Sarah gathered her officers. "We have a new mission. To protect this power, to learn from it, and to use it for good." Amir smiled. "The future is ours to shape." Outside, the stars sparkled, endless and full of promise. The horizon moved forward, carrying humanity into a new era. The shocking truth had been revealed. The journey was far from over, but now humans were ready to shine among the stars.